So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Moon Venus in the fifth house of your birth chart. As in, what happens when Moon and Venus are together in the fifth house of your horoscope. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this particular position, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, along with all your astrological details, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultations, and link to my academy, Vedic Astrology Academy, where you'll find all of my courses, including nakshatras, astrology, dashas, everything. And of course, that particular academy helped me to film my future projects for films. Hopefully you saw my movie interview of Rahu and meeting Ketu. So anyway, Moon Venus in the fifth house. So what is the fifth house? Fifth house represents children, education, romance, mantras, change of jobs, your legacy, represents your past life deeds, which is known as Purva Punya. So it's the home of Purva Punya Bhava. Bhava simply means house. Okay. Fifth house is also your intelligence, the type of intelligence you possess. So now you have Moon Venus here. So this, first of all, is a position of a hopeless romantic. I mean, even if, let's say, some malefic aspects this position, doesn't matter. You will see this person. If you had a romance with this person, it'll be the most memorable romance. Doesn't even matter what sign. Especially if it's like water signs, even earth signs. I mean, memorable romance. They want to live their life in this movie scenario, movie-like scenario. They're dreamers, daydreamers. And especially when it comes to education, I mean, for them, yes, education like DNA research, art history, can become a strong avenue to pursue, including in medical field, especially related to like females' health. But they're natural performers. They love to express themselves creatively, artistically, especially on a stage. Like they want to be appreciated. This is the moon that wants to be appreciated by everybody. And one of the things we see is that your mother was the main reason behind your creative success. The other thing we see, because this is a house of Purva Punya Bhava, one is very lucky to get a mother, children, and marriage. Mother, children, marriage are these three peaks in your life. Meaning like you go from one stage to another to another. So of course it's a beneficial aspect. Now, a malefic impact will bring a little bit dose of reality. For example, if a malefic impacts this particular conjunction, yes, heartbreaks are seen. And that too, boy, that type of heartbreaks where perhaps even after 30 years, this person just cannot let go of that person, of that individual in life. Because there's a strong emotional connection. You have two watery planets. Moon naturally represents water. Venus is a Jala planet as well. Venus actually represents tears. Venus represents tears. And so here we see that whether it's a performance on a stage or performance in your real life, I mean, you feel the feelings from this individual. Yet one thing we also see is that this individual will always gain through their professional network circles. But at one point, what happens is professional network circles suddenly gets cut off. What also happens with this particular position is linked with the elder sibling, which suddenly just gets cut off. Where either you move, some issue happens where you're not able to kind of contact with them, connect with them. And this happens for a small break and then it continues again. You will see this. I mean, depending on the dasha, you can really see this happening. But at one point, it gets cut off for like, let's say 6 months, 2 years. Then it comes back on again. The other thing we also see is that this person gives birth to artistic children, creative children. And of course, this is a position where Bhagya Uday happens with the birth of children. Like rise of luck occurs for this individual. Okay, and not just rise of luck, but the gain of property happens. when you have this position. But see, Venus and Moon have a very awkward relationship. On one end, Venus is the enemy of Moon, considers Moon its enemy. On the other hand, Venus always has come to defense of the Moon, especially when you look at the story of Tara and Guru and Jupiter. And so this is why there's this fluctuating, relationship that happens with the fifth house in their life. There's always this love-hate relationship with education, with romance, with raising of children. On one end, sometimes they get fed up because their creativity is not flourishing because they have to take care of children. On the other hand, they're willing to kind of come to the aid of children. So always there's this back and forth. Especially you will also see this in charts of women. Through a change of a job, when some romance has occurred, it would have happened right as soon as you changed some job. Doesn't matter if you got fired, laid off. A job change suddenly activated your romance in life. Now, let's say if you're a male and it happened in your chart, let me know in the comments. But I have noticed this in the female's chart. Okay. So anyway, guys, this is my analysis of Moon and Venus in the fifth house of your horoscope. Again, if you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know all your astrological details, all my books on nakshatras, consultations, Astrology Academy, KRSastrology.com. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.